Welcome back to the pod. Check the Stats Podcast, episode 6, man. I'm your host, T. Cal. Here I got my co-host, Darren Mari. Here today we got our special guest, my longtime childhood friend. This the real day one. The real day one. My boy Versi all the way back for the daycare days.
What's happening? What's good with y'all boys? What's good with y'all boys, man?
Nothing much. Chilling. Long day long day in the office, but we back, man. Today we're gonna be talking about the LSU Iowa recap. Stephon Diggs, the Stephon Diggs blockbuster move that I can't wait to get into. Gonna be the first topic. The Embiid, what does Embiid return to the 76ers do for the whole landscape of the East? And the MVP, who's the MVP front runner right now in the league? But to start it off, I'm glad you cut the music, Mark, because I think I'm gonna need the floor for this one. I done been me, T. Cal. I've been a long, diehard Texan fan for God knows how long. So I don't think y'all know how excited I was when I seen that. Mind you, I wasn't on my phone that time. I was doing something. But the moment I got that message, boy, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna passed out. Because I thought it was a prank. I'm like, April Fool's on the 1st. Today's what's today? The 3rd? I thought I was being pranked. But Stephon Diggs traded to the Houston Texans and we got a 2025 fifth round and 6th round pick from the Bills for a 2025 second round pick from Minnesota. Now I want to start this off by saying, Houston, we have our franchise quarterback. We got not one, not two, we got 3 number 1 receivers. We got an all-pro. We got a top 2 offensive tackle on the left side in Laremy Tunsil. We got a good tight end. We got a top 10 running back in Joe Mixon. We got a top 10 pass rusher in Danielle Hunter. We got a tackling machine. We just picked him up from Tennessee. Charles, you know the name better than me. It's Alshire. Yeah, I don't want to mess it up or nothing. But, bro, before y'all even touch the floor, bro, let me read y'all, bro. This dude, Stephon Diggs, bro. Stephon Diggs, 1-time All-Pro, 4-time Pro Bowl. Has had 6,000 yard consecutive seasons. He previously just came off of he just played all 17 games. That's huge in the NFL. He ain't an injury-prone receiver. He's a number 1 receiver. He just came off of 1,100 yard season, 8 touchdowns. And the playoffs. I mean, playoffs is another thing. We ain't worried about that. We got options. But the Texans, where do y'all see where are the Texans at in the Super Bowl as y'all Super Bowl front runners right now? With the acquisition we just made in Stephon Diggs, where does that push us up the boards, or are we still kind of the same in y'all lives? Where do y'all think we are?
You want me to go first, or you?
Oh, trust me, you go rock out.
Rock out. Go ahead.
Hey, you see I got the H-tone on right here, so you know how much this means to me, just as much as it means to you, T. I ain't gonna lie, this moves the needle. This is the first time I've legitimately seen the Texans go all in. As a Texans fan, we've had great teams. We've had teams that had chances at success, making pushes for the playoffs, always bumping our head at that divisional round ceiling. But this the first time I've seen us push all the poker chips to the middle of the table and go straight for that Lombardi, man. 3 number 1 receivers, like you mentioned. So it's a matchup nightmare. And I'm going to say it off the rip right now. Ain't nobody in the NFL, forget the AFC, nobody in the NFL got a better receiving core than us.
At all, bro. At all. No, not even close.
Not even close. 3 number 1s. Every one of those receivers can take the top off the defense. Then we got Noah Brown as our wide receiver 4. John Mechie still developing. Dalton Schultz.
Hey, what are we going to be doing with Robert Woods? That's a good question. I mean, obviously, we can get off of him. I mean, shoot, we just got Stephon. Like, he's old. He just he come in here and there, do his thing, but like
mentor player type shit.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like we could get off of Robert Woods. I mean, I like what he can do for us as far as a veteran leadership and stuff like that, but we got veterans. We just picked up a veteran and a top tier one at that, someone that's elite. And you ain't gonna find too many people that's gonna take Stephon Diggs outside of the top 10. And he's one of them ones. He a go getter. He can take the top off the defense. He can work that middle. He can work that outside. He's not even a gadget type of player. He's a go getter. He's gonna get up for that ball. He gonna do his thing for real.
do it all receiver, bro. And the best thing about it is, how do you game plan for us? How? Nico Collins was, bro. I'm here to push the agenda. I am a Nico Collins. Hey, I'm a Nico Collins fan. He was a top 10 receiver last year in the league. And stats and gameplay, you can't tell me otherwise. We can move out a couple guys in that top 10, bro. But Nico Collins played top 10 receiver football last year. Thanks, CJ Stroud, he came through, did his thing, whoop de whoop. He historic rookie season. We don't need to get into that because I'll talk all day about CJ. But before he got injured, he was 700 some yards. I think he had about 7-8 touchdowns. He got hurt. Mind you, he had a couple games to go. He was easily going over 1,000 yards. So, mind you, 3 dangerous weapons. Can play outside. Tank, we would kind of use him as a gadget guy until we kind of realized, like, oh, no, like, he's like that. Like, we got to let him rock out that receiver. And, obviously, we're going to, we wouldn't be doing him justice by not using him as a gadget guy / receiver. But I don't see, like, I'm going to be fair to Kansas City. Kansas City, they're the reigning Super Bowl champions. They come through every year. But outside of Kansas City, bro, nobody. The Houston Texans are the second. Hey, they above San Fran to me. It's KC 1, Houston 2, everybody else underneath it. And there ain't no Houston bias. It ain't because we just got them. I'm on some delusional stuff, bro. No, I've seen it with my own eyes in Buffalo. These receivers can separate from the DBs. I seen it. Darden Show dropping wide open passes. Tank wasn't there. It was only Nico or Bust. And for the most part, Nico got it done, but obviously the line, we got demolished that game. So I think the ceiling for this Houston Texans team is holding that Lombardi in February, and I don't even think it's close. I think, we developed that chemistry. We distribute the ball properly. Hopefully, Stephon Diggs, we're not getting, I ain't gonna fall into a diva hype with that. I know all top wide receivers on teams have egos. I know all top wide receivers on their teams want the football. So, Stephon, I'm here to tell you had every right to be frustrated in Buffalo, not getting that football, but it's not going to happen here. We got us a good quarterback. We got us a top 3 quarterback, bro. And you're going to have opportunity galore because they can't guard all of y'all. And we got a good open line, so trust me, y'all going to get open. And CJ going to find you, bro.
No.
What's
man, that acquisition of Stephon Diggs, it's big, man. Like, both of y'all done already explained it. Like,
man, forget big, humongous,
bro.
Humongous.
That is crazy.
Hey.
I'm telling you, I'm at work and I got that notification. I'm like, what?
He wanted to cry because he got Justin Herbert.
And I'm not a Texas fan, but I like the Texans. I like what they're doing. I like the season they just came off of, and I like CJ Stroud, and of course Tank Dell. But the acquisition of Stephon Diggs, bro, is just crazy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the sky's the limit for y'all. I'm not gonna lie, the sky's the limit. Like, y'all can definitely hold the Lombardi Trophy. Y'all most definitely can. I believe it. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like you said, it's only those 3 teams. It's only KC, San Fran, and Houston. And I only put San Fran over y'all just because of that defense. That's it. But, like,
I mean, trust me, I ain't coming to argue with you about San Fran. Yeah. San Fran has proved time and time that,
they are. Yeah, they're definitely.
But that's just me speaking on pure confidence. what we did in the offseason, picking up the acquisition that we did pick up. And hey, big shout outs. Big shout outs to Titus Howard. Big shout outs to Shaq Mason for taking them, restructuring your contract so we could be able to make this move. Trust me. I'm a real Texan fan, so I keep up with all the little stuff. I ain't a phony one because we got all these good players. I want to hop on the bandwagon. Trust me. I've been down from the TJ Yates days, the Tom Savage days. Hey, we can go on. Davis Mills.
Boy,
also big shot. Hey, I love you, Lovie Smith. I appreciate you for your contribution at the end of that season last year, because if you didn't do that, we wouldn't be here, because we would have had Bryce Young and we wouldn't have had the season we had, and Lord knows where we would be at right now. So Lovie Smith, I know you've been getting a lot of love on Twitter from Texans fan base, but from T-Cal, from CDS Podcast, I want to say thank you for blessing us to having the opportunity to go grab that franchise-saving quarterback in C.J. Stroud, the franchise-saving receiver in Tank Dell, for C.J. Stroud emerging Nico Collins to become a franchise receiver, and then we're getting a top 10 receiver in the league, and it's not debatable in the Stephon Diggs. So, Lovie Smith, we would have not been able to do this without you. You know, winning that game, I kicked over a couple chairs. You know, I was pretty mad. I may have broke my hand during that, maybe not. You know, who knows? But that win against the Colts that gave us that second pick did not go unnoticed, bro. And the whole Houston Texas fan base appreciate you. And they say, God bless you, Lovie Smith. God bless you. Because now we finna go to the Super Bowl just because of you. And trust me, you're going to be able to touch that Lombardi because you played a major key into this one, brother. You played a major key. And you didn't even know it at the time. You were getting all hate. I know you getting them hate threats for sure. I may have been one of them, may not. You know, I ain't going to say no names, but hey. Hey.
No,
you know what's scary?
What? Your Tennessee Titans?
Hey, watch out.
Bro, you're a Titan. Like,
hey.
That's the thing. We gotta make sure the fans know this dude was a CJ2K guy, and he loved them back in the day. Me and him, we used to be on the phones because back then we ain't old, but we used to be on our home phones watching it. Literally, we'll watch the whole game together, talking on the phone the whole time, and he would literally be going for the Titans. Until the Texans start getting good, when we got Matt Schaub, Arian Foster, I don't want to name all the names because I know Charles don't know half of them. But
man, hey,
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. CJ2K is the person that inspired me to play football, so I don't blame him.
I mean, but I appreciate you being honest though. You didn't hop on the Texan bandwagon because you weren't from Houston, you Nacogdoches, but you didn't hop on the Texan bandwagon. Charles hopped on when we became good, but I promise you, Charles liked the Titans before he became this Texas fan.
I did like Arian Foster. I was an Arian Foster fan as a kid. I did like Arian Foster for sure.
Arian Foster, Ben Tate, Kevin Walter, Owen Daniels. Bro, we had some guys, bro. Connor Barwin, Brooks Reed,
Mario Williams,
Brian Cushing,
Jonathan Joseph, Kareem Jackson. Hey, my knowledge goes deep. I'm not no Texans bandwagon. I've been through them dog days. I seen us lose 14 games in a row. I seen Gary Kubiak play in the first half, then have a stroke in the middle of the half.
Oh, I remember that.
I seen that.
Damn.
Hey, but trust me, Charles get his football knowledge from your boy right here. I had to get him right. He went into football. Charles, they played football to the 6th grade. Like,
hey, football took me to new heights that I couldn't even imagine. But I got it off the muscle.
That boy was a killer DN, man. Y'all go look up that boy Versi stats, man.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do in them trenches.
Nah, but what were you saying though before I cut you off?
That weakness, we don't have one. Name one portion of the Texans roster that is a weak point. That is something that other teams can expose. We got our QB1. We got
DBs?
A bunch of receivers.
Bro,
we got
hey, Charles, not meaning to cut you off again, bro, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. We got to do something with Petrie, bro. Like, we have to do something with Petrie. Like, I'm not saying move him. I'm not saying he's bad, bro, but he gotta get right, bro. Like the team is too good right now for him to make the same mistakes he's been making, bro. You have to be able to wrap up and tackle. Like, he has to want to go tackle. He has to finish those tackles. Some of them DBUs have to become picks. Like,
Yeah.
it was like that Baltimore game could have changed if he would have caught that pick, bro. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
I watched the full 19 games of Houston Texans football, bro. So I'm not just speaking on my ass, bro. I'm being honest, bro. Them two safety, bro. Jimmy Ward, he ain't never here, and Petrie not playing up to the level that we need him to. So it's really hard for me to say a need for us right now. Like you said, I don't know weakness, but I think safety might be one. But if you can, safety. I'm not gonna say safety might be one. I would say we could get better at safety, and if Petrie can get better without having to want to find a replacement, fine. But I think y'all forgetting the name that's on that market that low key could be a decent pickup for us if he come at the right price. And
Simmons.
I'm,
Simmons.
hey, hey, I'm just saying he just came off an All Pro year. You know, hey, Justin, I know you see what we got cooking up here in Houston, man. Don't take a little discount to be great, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be worth it.
I'm gonna have to
H
catch me
is
a
a home
Texas
for
game.
you
I'm gonna have to catch me a Texas game. I have to now. I have to.
for sure.
I got to.
Sure.
I can't. I didn't seen the Rockets hoop and all that, but I got to see the Texans.
Hey,
I have
Charles,
to,
you
bro.
blessed me for sure. I appreciate you for that game because we went to the best game of the year when CJ Stroud's 47-second comeback against Tampa Bay, Tank Dell going crazy, 2 touchdown game, bro. Like that, hey, that was a
And that's
thriller, bro.
the and that's the scary thing. We had in that one game, we had 4 guys with 100 receiving yards. 4 different guys. 4 different guys with at least 1 touchdown. I think Tank had 2 of them things.
Yeah, Tank
CJ
had two.
Stroud, CJ Stroud broke the rookie record for passing yards in the game. I mean, you could just see it, the writing on the wall, even in the biggest of moments, nobody shied away against a playoff caliber team that finished in the same position as us in the Bucks,
And kind of pushed that
divisional
team
round
to the
team.
brim too.
Exactly. So we got something cooking up in Houston, and we've been having something cooking for a while now. It's only a matter of time before that dish become ready for the entire world to see. And if you don't believe, just wait.
So my thing to you, Charles and Amari, who do y'all think we should go acquire in this draft? Like position of need because we have two we have 2 second-round picks. We have 1/3, 2 4s, 2 6, and 2 7. So what
The,
position of need you think we should get? And hey, before y'all even start, bro, I want everybody to know. And I ain't trying to be the bragger. I ain't trying to be the one on here capping or nothing, but bro, I called this trade. I called this trade a long time ago, bro. Whenever we traded out of that 23rd pick, I said, nah, we have to go we're gonna either get Stephon or we're gonna get what's bro name? Brandon Ayuk. But I said there's no
Mhm.
way we trade out of this wide receiver crazy draft in good draft position if he don't got no tricks up his sleeve. It didn't make no sense. We 2023, you can still get a quality receiver. It's not gonna be Marvin Harris, it's not gonna be Malik Neighbors, but you still can get a solid guy at 23. So us trading out our first round pick, I was like, we getting one of the three. T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk, or Stephon Diggs, because Stephon Diggs been unhappy there for a little minute. So I just wanted to go on the record, bro. I knew I called it, and I wish I would have put it on air so I could just go back and pull up the tape. But trust me, that boy Nick Casario been cooking with grease this off season, bro. We done by far we killed off season. We had the best, and Amari. We can go back and pull up the film. I said that. I said I think the Houston Texans have had the best off season free agency. Hey, we just knocked it out the park, bro. We
You
did
did,
not.
yeah, you did say that.
Absolutely.
He said that. He said that for sure. But Can y'all hear me too?
Oh, trust me. Yeah, we know you
Oh
hungry.
yeah, we
My
hear them
fault.
chomping.
Damn, I'm messing up the audio and shit. But nah, who could y'all go acquire after draft? Um, what position? I feel like y'all still need something right there, like the linebackers. I feel like y'all should go get old boy from A&M, Edgerrin Cooper. I think that's how you say his name.
That nigga's nice, bro. He's nice. But like me and Charles were talking about it earlier today, though. Like Christian Harris could become a monster. Like he already has the
Mm,
talent. But like
yeah.
Charles, do you think he's a Mike or do you think he's a Sam? Or
I
what do you think
think,
he's
I
better at?
think, I think he's better at Mike, but he's definitely versatile to play at Mike or Sam. Um, Picking up out losing Blake Cashman definitely sucks, but I feel like Alshire is better. He was top 5 in tackles last year total. When we played the
Mm-hmm.
Titans twice, he was one of the only guys, him and Autry, who we picked up as well, that really gave us a whole bunch of problems. And now we got them boys paired up. Those guys are going to be monsters. As far as who we should target in the draft, the way I feel, we don't have any like super duper bad weaknesses that we can get exposed with. I think honestly, the way I see it, we could just have depth. And the place that I feel we have the lowest amount of depth at is at safety. We need someone that can step in for Ward because of how injury prone he is. And Petrie, whenever he's having his little moments, he needs to get adjusted to the new defense that D'Amico has been cooking up over this past season. I feel like we could get a little stronger in that safety position.
Me personally too, I like that point, Charles. But also I think we do need to beef up that interior on that run stop. I think we need to go get us a nose tackle. And I think, praying to the the draft guys again, but Sweat out of UT, hey, that's a
Yeah.
big boy.
Mm,
That's a big
Marcus Sweat.
boy. And
Ain't he from Mo City?
no, I don't know about that. But
I don't know.
That's
yeah, I
somebody
don't
else.
know.
Never mind. Never mind.
Like I said, we
That's
checked the
somebody else.
stats, so we go check that out real quick. But
Mm-hmm.
um he's a big boy, bro. And he will be he will be a problem. He's from Huntsville.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's from Huntsville. 6'4", 262 pounds.
Damn.
Good lord.
But like I realistically think he's gonna be off the board by the time we pick. But like it's another guy. It's another guy UT that I'm low key eyeing too. And he played the same position as him too. Byron Murphy.
Oh.
Byron, hey,
Hmm.
straight out of DeSoto, Texas, 6'1", 2020. I mean 308. But realistically, he's gonna be a first round pick. Like I think he's on a lot of boards, the top interior defensive line. So he realistically gonna come off that board at first. Like,
You tripping. His name's Tabondre Sweat.
Yeah.
but Texans, bro, we're bright. We are bright, bro. I'm telling you, man. It don't get better than this, bro. I don't think I've been excited to see a season kick off more than I've ever been for this season alone. Because
Mm-hmm.
we getting all these acquisitions. We done forgot about Joe Mixon. Like we got a top 10 back in Joe Mixon. Like
Hey, forget about Joe Mix. You want to think about this? That sounds crazy.
what?
Stephon Diggs, as big as this news is, he might not even be the biggest acquisition we done picked up.
You think Danielle
The,
Hunter bigger than him?
bro, he's a DPOY candidate on a regular basis. He was in the race this year, and he ain't finished too far from that getting that trophy from who picked it up? Garrett this year. Danielle Hunter a
Mm-hmm.
problem,
And
and
he
him.
really got hey,
Him
you
and
know
Miles
somebody,
Garrett always battle.
somebody that don't get enough attention, bro.
Hmm.
Max Crosby, bro.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
Max
yeah,
Crosby
we
gets
know
disrespected so
Max a
bad,
dog.
bro.
we
We know he a dog.
But
real ones
bro,
know.
he could have, bro. Bro. I'm telling you, bro. He really better than Michael Parsons to me. He really better. We can make an argument. We go tick for tack, and then no disrespect to Michael Parsons, but I think he low key a little better than Michael Parsons to me. But
Mm-hmm.
I keep those opinions to
He
myself, and
he went crazy this year.
Trust me, it's gonna be a time and a day we can get into that.
Hey,
But
I support you on that. That boy hands is violent.
hey,
Yeah.
but hey,
Y'all
move.
think y'all
What's
feel
up?
like y'all should acquire some cornerbacks as well?
Um,
We already got a few that we
we
Y'all
picked
got a
got
up.
few, but like I know y'all got Jeff Okuda, and
Jeff
we set
Stingley
this up. Yep,
and CJ
Stingley.
Henderson.
Yeah.
Uh, we can, for sure. I mean, but
Mm-hmm.
I really
What if
like
y'all pick
Nelson.
up?
I like Nelson, but like Nelson was a smaller guy. And he was only so good. Like I
Mhm.
think Okuda, his upside could be way, way bigger than Nelson's could be for sure. He's younger,
Mhm.
he's taller, he's faster. I mean, coverage wise, I mean, Nelson was locked down, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He was locked down for the most part of the season. But the better
Mhm.
guys obviously gonna have their way with him. But I think Okuda,
Yeah.
he should be fine out there. But getting a corner could be, a need that we can go acquire. That's for sure.
Right.
But
Who would
hey,
y'all
just
want to pick up?
but once again, before we get off the subject, Justin Simmons, you have a home in Houston. We're
Mhm.
waiting for you, bro. We can put you in that starting spot immediately. You could be an impact player for that defense. That's already great. You see what we cooking with, bro. Come mess with
Oh
Houston,
yeah.
bro. We the move. We got the energetic young coach. We got the genius at OC and Bobby Slowick. We got I'm calling it right now. CJ Stroud gonna make an all pro team this year. With the weapons, the O line. If he plays up to his level, it's no way in hell. Hey, forget that. CJ Stroud gonna be the 2025 MVP. Mark my words. He's gonna be the 2025 MVP with the weapons. If everything goes to plan, bro, is no way he not in them talks. No way.
Oh yeah. This is his floor. This is as worst as he's ever going to be. And 23-5, nearly breaking all the passing records for rookies in his first year. 10-7, coming off of off of 3 seasons where we only won double-digit games barely, and now he took us to the promised land, to the playoffs. Second round, knocking off a top-tier defense in the Browns. Hey, it's only up from here, bro.
Charles, I don't think you're doing him injustice. And, I didn't want to get too deep into the CJ Stroud talk because I can go forever. But since we here, man, CJ Stroud finished eighth in the league in passing yards with 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, best touchdown interception ratio in the league among active starters by far. CJ Stroud broke rookie records in a game, 470 yards, 5 touchdowns, no INTs,
Mm.
71.4% completion percentage. Then goes to the playoffs. First ever playoffs as a rookie, mind you. 16 for 21, 274, 3 touchdowns, no INTs, and don't play for and don't throw another pass in the fourth quarter of that Cleveland game. This man is amazing, bro. He does it at all three levels. He can throw the deep ball. He ain't scared. And that's the biggest
At
thing.
all.
A quarterback that ain't scared to take that one extra hitch and get that ball out, we ain't never seen it, bro. Like, Deshaun, you were great. I get it. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, CJ better than you, bro. Or I believe CJ will be a better quarterback than Deshaun. Let me not disrespect what Deshaun was for us. Deshaun was great. But
I'm gonna
I
say,
think
I'm like,
CJ's
damn.
first year in the league was better than any season Deshaun had for us. And maybe that might be the bias in me talking, but I mean, I've been a real diehard Houston Texans fan and watched all that crap from years on out, bro. I have not seen quarterback play that moves teams like this until CJ. Mind you, CJ was doing a lot of this out of run game. Until Singletary really just overpassed DP, we had no run game, bro. Like CJ was back there throwing it. Like first game, he threw it 44 times. Second game, he threw it 47 times. Atlanta, he threw it 35. Tampa Bay, 42. Like, what are we talking about? Like, CJ carried that team last year, bro.
And he
Despite the
missed two
weapons.
games.
And he missed 2 games. He was really supposed to make all pro. Like, he's supposed to make all pro, bro. and that gonna break my heart. I mean, he gonna get it next year, that's for sure. I'm confident on it. But enough about my Texan talk, man. Moving on to the association. Joel Embiid returns last night against Amari Boo Boo OKC Thunder.
Oh
No.
boy.
He returns against the
Yeah, man.
OKC Thunder and defeats them 109 to 105, finishing with 24, 7, and 6, 12 or 12 from the free throw line. And making key plays down the stretch with the game winning steals and free throws to seal the game. Obviously, OKC had no Jalen Williams or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, but with Embiid back, what's their ceiling?
Mm,
I'll let you have that, Mara.
Where is the
how
76ers ceiling?
far? How far do I think they can make it through the playoffs?
Mind you, they're at the AC right now at 41 and 35. They first round
Mm.
matchup, if it started today, would be Boston.
Ooh.
Ooh, they get Boston first. That's gonna be a good series. Uh, do they have the potential to beat Boston? Yes, but Boston has been playing great ball this year, and that's literally is that the number one team in the East? Let me see. Hold on. Let me check
Yeah.
Boston
this.
is
And it
Boston
They're the
ain't
is
even
number one team in the
close.
East.
they
My fault.
59
My
to
fault.
16.
You sure? Damn. Oh my God. I knew I wasn't tripping. Um, and I think in Boston, bro, it's gonna be one hell of a series, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it'll be one hell of a series. Like, that's gonna for sure go. That game, those are gonna be some long ass games. But game sevens for sure. Them games are going. Them 7 games right there. But um, if they can get past Boston, I mean, honestly, the sky's the limit for them. Honestly, like unless they meet, Jokic now, or meet the Nuggets or something, bro. They'll be, what I'm saying. I feel like Jokic can get them out of there. But other than that, I mean, Embiid, he's a big factor for the 76ers. What I'm saying? That's their best player. What I'm saying? He does pretty much everything for them. So if he can stay like healthy, I feel like they can make it pretty far in the playoffs. But what I'm saying? I'm not too sure like how far they can make it. But mm, I feel like they can just make it pretty far, honestly.
76ers. I truthfully think I think if the 76ers run into Milwaukee, then that'll be a good matchup. But me personally, I'll take Milwaukee for sure. I think they have more firepower. The injury bug is kind of halting what could be a Philly great season with Embiid missing the time that he did. D'Anthony Melton, he'll miss a lot of games. And from the reports, it says that he isn't close to playing, but the team is hopeful he can report back to the team at some time this season. So I think if I'm the Boston Celtics, I would be terrified of them because you have no answer for Embiid, and like no amount of team defense is gonna prepare you for 7-7-2, 270, 280. So I think, and obviously the role player got to perform up to standards. Tobias Harris, do your job. Um, who else? Kelly Oubre, do your job. Tyrese Maxey,
He had 25 against us.
Yeah.
Had the most points on the damn team. I'm like, damn,
Buddy
cooking
Hill,
that shit.
Buddy Hill, make your shots. Like really, that's all. Like Philly is a scary contending team. Like before Embiid was hurt, bro, they was in the thick of it with like who's trying to get that 2 seed because obviously the one was already wrapped up by Boston a long time ago. But that 2-ish seed, like Philly were right there until Embiid got injured and stuff. But now Embiid coming back, he got to slowly progress, and what I think the scary part about it is for Embiid is that he had all that time to rest, all that time to rejuvenate. Obviously, he was hurt, but he had that time. He don't have that wear and tear on his body like he would have if he played a full 80. I mean, he ain't never played 80, but at least 65 games on the season. His body would have been wore out and tired. So him kind of ramping back up now, getting his legs back for the playoffs is a really dangerous thing because it's like, dang, like uh rested and be for the playoffs, no injuries. He ain't coming in there lipping. Like what could be for the Philadelphia 76ers if the role players doing what they do and Embiid just performs to superstar expectation. And my thing about Embiid, which a lot of people try to kill me on, is like, oh, like free throws isn't, you shouldn't knock a player for free throws. My argument to that is, in the playoffs, officiating, they don't give you the ticky tack stuff. You got to play real physical basketball, and that's why certain players, and I don't want to keep mentioning the same guy because he's just a perfect example, but we all know who I'm referring to in James Harden. He his regular season to postseason play like dropped tremendously because the physicality and the referee's not giving you a bailout at your near disposal. They're letting you play physical basketball. So if Embiid says, forget the flailing, I just want to come out here and play basketball. I'm gonna bang with whoever I'm playing, and my guys make shots. I think Philly is a dangerous team, and they realistically have a chance of making the finals. I'm not gonna say the conference finals. I think if Philly's on 10 on all, if they're hitting on all cylinders, they can make it to the NBA final. In my personal opinion, I think that's their ceiling.
I feel I feel the same way too, but I feel like it depends on the matchup because first off, the way I look at it, Philly was a top tier team before the Embiid injury. So them being at this 8 seed right now in the play-in mix, that's not gonna stay there for long. And even if it does, they're not a traditional 8 seed. They kind of are similar to the Lakers from last year, in which they just can pose a lot of matchup nightmares for other opposing teams that they could face in the playoffs. But the crazy thing that I see about this whole Eastern Conference playoff race that's fascinating with the Sixers is you see how tight everything is from what 3 all the way down to the 8 or 9 seed? Like all these teams are right next to each other. They stacked up on top of each other to where one slip up can improve or it can improve somebody else's standings and make them have a favorable matchup and drop you to some lower seed that could have you go up against a team that you certainly don't want to face that could pose all these problems for you. The Sixers are kind of interesting because I look at what Embiid is looking like, and it's going to be dependent on if he can get back to his old self. And by old self, I just mean him being comfortable to where he was playing at an MVP level prior to the injury. And I feel like he's capable of doing that. And if he is, the sky's the limit for that team. But to your credit and to your point, T, I feel like this playoff run, no matter what seed Philly is legacy defining for that man. Because how many times has he went to the first round or maybe the second round and end up getting bounced out with relative ease? Or how many times did he push his team to a game 6, a game 7, and either he's a no show physically because of an injury or he's a no show because he just certainly didn't play up to the standard that he has put himself to play at an MVP level. It's it's definitely a legacy defining moment for Embiid and for the Sixers as a whole because the way I look at them, trying to relate this to football, they're the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. They definitely don't get as much flash, but they definitely have a whole bunch of hype built around them just for them to flail out and falter once they get into that big dance.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Uh, I think that it's a realistic chance that they can lose first round. Like, let me not say that. Like, they most definitely can lose in the first round, but also to the point of Embiid, it's frustrating when a lot of people say with the Jokic and Embiid, like, oh, Embiid hasn't had competent teams to surround him like Jokic has. I said, dude, do we need to pull up these rosters and like name player after player Joel Embiid has had to support him throughout his playoff pushes? Like Jimmy Butler, future Hall of Famer. Ben Simmons was a good player in his role. Um,
Tobias.
I'm at God, don't even get me started with Tobias. They said that's why I'm trying to think of actual control. I mean, sure, you had James Harden. I mean, James Harden was your two option for sure, and obviously he didn't perform up to standards too. But that's, I think that's maybe my biggest problem. It's like me when I'm assessing NBA superstars is what not what you do in the regular season, what you do when your team needs you the most. That means crunch time. That means in the playoffs. That means are you coming up? Are you coming up big or are you coming up small? And it's the reason why I put guys like Luka Doncic above certain guys like Jason Tatum and other players in the league, not just based off of skill. It's based off of when you get to that big dance that everybody in the NBA, including players, they're sitting down in front of the TVs watching you play the game. You rise up to that occasion. And Embiid, he has spurts here and there, but a superstar is here. Like LeBron James' legacy, we can say whatever he wants in the regular season, whatever. He's a great player. But in the playoffs, he comes up big. There's a reason why LeBron James been to as many finals as anybody in NBA history, and it's not even close. Like that man in the playoffs, he comes up clutch. And maybe he doesn't have the teams to support support his run when they get to the big dance. And obviously he done, face some juggernauts in the Warriors team. But it's a reason why I compare certain players, or I can't put certain players on those tiers yet, because it's like, why am I going to put you there if you haven't shown me that you can perform up to MVP level standard
in the playoffs, right?
So that's why I think Embiid kind of he gets too much of a pass in a way, because if you're a superstar, you elevate your team. There's no excuses on a player didn't do this, a player didn't do that. I can literally pull up stats. I can pull up stats of Nikola Jokic in that playoff series last year when everybody wasn't hitting their shots. Who came up clutch? Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic dropping 40-point triple dubs in the playoffs when they needed the most, bro. So it's like I don't want to hear the excuses. Like if you're a good player, you're gonna do what you got to do to elevate your team. And then
Right.
B, this is a perfect opportunity. You had your rest. You was able to relax. Now go make that run. Go win that
Right.
championship. Go show people. Or prove me wrong. Me personally, I don't think a playoff run. I mean, it depends on the significance of this playoff run, but there ain't too much that can change my mind on the Jokic and Embiid debate at this moment. But if you win a championship by leading the 8-7 seed Philadelphia 76ers, either or, because they got the play-in, so whoever they beat, if they can't beat Miami to get that 6, to get that 7, but if they get in that dance, my expectation for Philly, if you're fully healthy, is really, really finals.
Right. Let me pick up on that too. With Joel Embiid, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like he's due for a ring. He's been due for a ring. He's been due for a ring with the teams that he's had. He's had, like y'all said, he's had some pretty solid teams, man. But like this year, like mm, like I already said, I know I feel like he can make it pretty far. Finals, they can, like you said, if they hitting like all cylinders, like all if everybody on their team is doing what they're supposed to do, bro, they're automatically a championship team. And I believe that as well. So it's just like, I mean, he's due for a ring, bro. Like I feel like Joel should have at least got him one by now. I mean the thing with Kawhi, I mean I know Kawhi hit that crazy game winner, but bro, like he for sure should have went to the finals a few times. It's just like
I mean,
they didn't do what they're supposed
Kawhi's
to.
fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like Kawhi. He has 2 championships. Like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying he doesn't. Like, obviously, your expectation is to make it there with the teams that he has. But as far as like the judgment and scrutiny that he gets, it's like, nah, I can't kill him.
Right.
I can't kill Kawhi. He got 2 championships. He got 2 final MVPs. It's like,
Right.
okay, like
Kawhi show up.
at least you made it to the big dance and you was impactful enough where you got that hardware at your crib. So I
Right.
can't really just kill Kawhi. But Joel
Nah,
Embiid,
I wasn't trying to kill Kawhi. I was just saying that, like, you know what I'm saying? He played against Kawhi, and Kawhi, like, hit that crazy game winner, and, like, that was just it. That was the end of the game. That was it. The dance was over with. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, after that, I feel like he for sure could have made some finals, like, appearances, some more finals appearances.
I
But
mean, but like the NBA, it's not guaranteed you're gonna make it every year. Like it is a
Sure.
part of the business. Like, but I think if you have the quality team and you do what you're supposed to do, it's like okay, like I can back off you a little bit. Kawhi, yes, finals with that great team he has in LA, yes, they should.
mhm.
But am I gonna kill him for not getting there? Not so much when it's a bunch of other guys that have, to me personally, better constructed team around them. Where it's like, okay, like what is your excuse? Like, there's no excuse for Kawhi. I mean, me, I can make an excuse. They don't have no big, and y'all can say Zubac or Plumlee or Tice, but who are them? Like them chumps. Like a good big man gonna eat their lunch money every day, and they come back for seconds, and then get tired and might eat it for dessert. So like, let's be honest, bro. Like that's low. They got lower level bigs that can't compete when it comes to Nikola Jokic, because forget who else is in the West. Nikola Jokic is the standard. Nikola Jokic, to me personally, is going to be the roadblock that's blocking everybody else from getting to their main destination in the West. Because Nikola Jokic, when he comes to play every night in the playoffs, he's automatically given 25 points, 8 more assists, 12 more rebounds. And I'm really being generous because that's really regular season stats. He elevates his game when he gets to the playoffs from the regular season.
Yeah, I think that scrutiny for Joel Embiid is well deserved because, I mean, you got to think about it. Forget finals, forget bringing some hardware home. You got to get out the second round. I mean, how many times have you been stopped? And it's by the same level of teams. And every single time, at first, your narrative was okay, you're not even healthy when you get to that point, or when you are at that point, your physical ailments is what causes that team to implode or self destruct whenever you're not on the floor, or because of your injuries and stuff like that. But now we done got hard evidence of okay, he gets to that game 6, he gets to that game 7, he gets his team to the wire, and he can't close the deal. I mean, how close do you have to be to the finish line for you to actually cross it? You don't walk to that checkered spot every single time, and you have yet to break the plane. How many times do you got to get to the end zone before actually walking through that white line? How many times are you gonna get there and not actually progress to that next phase in the playoffs?
And we're
That
giving
Embiid,
you excuses, and that's the main thing. There's always an excuse of why you can't perform up to your regular season stats. That's
Right.
why I
not
can't give Lamar Jackson that nod over Joe Burrow. That's why I can't give certain people. I can't boost you up and lower another player based off of freaking accolades. Like that's literally ridiculous, and it makes me mad. Like, oh, I hate. Oh, I can't. Oh, we gotta have a Lamar Burrow, or we gotta have one of those debates, because these people in these comments and people that watch sports and let me stop. That's
Y'all
ridiculous.
niggas don't. Y'all
Joe,
niggas don't watch
I
sports for real.
hey, I will say this on the Lamar Burrow quickly. I will say this. Jackson has actually showed improvement to where like
Yeah.
okay, he started off I think his first year when he was a full starter, he got that seed to where he was hosting the Titans, got knocked off. Got his revenge, then he ended up getting knocked off, I think by the Bills. Then every other time his team got to the playoffs, they were starting Tyler Huntley at quarterback. They wasn't going to do nothing against that Cincinnati team 2 years ago. This year he plays us, he does well, has a number 1 seed, and even with his struggles in that AFC Championship game, he put up a fight. And with all the turnovers and things of that nature, he showed up. He made sure that his team had an opportunity to make plays to not only keep that game close, but actually progress and have a chance to walk into that
hell yeah.
represented in the AFC team at the Super Bowl. He had chances.
Mhm.
Embiid has never gotten that chance because every time he has the opportunity to get to that step, he fails. And it's
Hold up,
harsh.
and I don't want to cut you off, but bro, that Lamar Jackson take was ridiculous. And we're not talking about Lamar Jackson, and I ain't trying to get too crazy into this debate, but Lamar Jackson, to MVP level standards, the way he plays in the regular season, he does not come up the same way in the postseason. And we can sit there and say, oh, he had a solid game. He's this, he that. I did not see Lamar Jackson play the same way he played in the regular season in that last game. I seen
Oh
him
yeah,
be
yeah,
hesitant. I seen him have open running lanes and he's not taking them. And I don't
Yeah,
know if it's because he hearing all the noise in the head about, oh, I have to be a pocket passer. I have to be this. I have to be that. Lamar Jackson,
preach.
you're great at running the football. You're
Yeah,
great. You're a good passer, but you're a great runner.
right.
Use what God gave you the ability to go do on Sundays and go do what you have to do to win a football game. And my
Right.
thing is, he can't never come up big when his team needs him the most. And he has had multiple opportunities to showcase his skills on the biggest stages, and he has yet to cross that finish line. And like
Mm-hmm.
we
yeah,
can like it's a reason why Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. It's not because of his arm talent and all this stuff. It's because Mahomes makes winning plays. And
Right.
a lot of those winning plays equates to his legs. And how many people equate Patrick Mahomes and his running ability? The first thing we think about Mahomes is him throwing 80 yards, looking the opposite way, drinking water. So like, let's be honest. Like when it comes to these like expectations and these debates that we're having about quarterbacks, the reason why I say Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson, not because he doesn't have the accolades. Lamar Jackson has all the accolades.
He
Two
does.
MVPs, two first team All Pros. He got all the Pro Bowls. He has a great organized team. People want to make all these excuses about his receivers. Nobody made an excuse when they was 13-4, first seed in the
Right.
AFC, entire AFC, and a number one defense. They held that team. They held that team to I
17
want to
points.
17 points, bro. So like, what's this? They held that Kansas City Chiefs team, which obviously this was their best offensive year, but they held that team to 17 points. And you mean to
Yeah,
tell me, mind you, the KC defense was a great defense. Like that was probably the best defense Mahomes have ever had. Not probably, that was the best defense. But to be honest and to be fair, bro, we don't assess Lamar Jackson like we assess these other guys. And like Joe Burrow, he doesn't have the MVPs. He doesn't have the All Pros. But you know what he does have? He has a trip. He has that 1 week break, and he has all the media coverage when it comes down to him versus Matthew Stafford on that last Sunday of football because he made
yeah,
it to the biggest stage. And then he made it to this. He literally lost that last game because of a stupid defensive play by that. I don't even remember his
yeah,
name, but he had a good game up to that point. He pushed him out of bounds, and it was an unnecessary rough. It was I think it was
Mm.
unnecessary roughness. 15
Yeah.
yard, 15-yard penalty, easy game with game field goal kick. Joe Burrow, they would went to overtime, and Lord knows what would have happened. He would have might have won that game too. So I was like, for all these casuals and all these football aficionados that
That's
come
where they
on social media platforms and talk all that gospel about Lamar Jackson being better than Joe Burrow, check the stats. Watch the game.
please.
Watch film. There's no way on God Green Murray if you say Lamar Jackson better than Joe Burrow because let me guess he has 2 MVPs or he has more individual accolades or let me guess he's black and he can run. Like let's be honest, bro. Joe Burrow plays the position of quarterback better than Lamar Jackson played the position of quarterback, despite the weapons, despite all that, because Joe Burrow has not had ideal situations where he can go drop back and look and take a shit and then throw the football. Like Joe Burrow literally running for his life. No matter how much money Cincinnati invests in them O linemen, he's running for his life. So like let's look at this in perspective. He's not Lamar Jackson, not what it is, bro. He's
Right.
not the second best quarterback. Let me not say not what it is. He's a top 5 quarterback. He may be top
Mm-hmm.
3, but he ain't better than Burrow.
I agree with you, and it's not me saying that in Lamar Jackson's favor. I was just, and I'm trying to relate this back to this Embiid subject.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give Lamar Jackson credit to what he's able to do in terms of okay, he hasn't made it to that promised land yet, but
Mm-hmm.
he is taking actual legitimate strides. He went from getting stopped at the wild card to okay, now I'm in a divisional. Getting stopped at the divisional to oh, okay, I'm in the AFC Championship game. He
Right.
hasn't made it to that finish line, but he's damn sure getting closer and closer and closer.
He right
Embiid,
there.
when has he been close to a title? Like in all seriousness, I mean, what
Yeah.
his best opportunity was last year, Game 7 had it. Well, he had the Boston on the ropes. Did he have home court last year against Boston?
No, hell no, they have home court.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's even better. Cause think about it, they was up 3-2. They stole Game 5 from Tatum, and they had the opportunity to walk into that series the next week against the Heat. They had the opportunity to go there, take on Jimmy, Bam, all them boys. And
Right.
I'm pretty sure everybody would have favored the Sixers if they would have went and handled business. But that's the thing. They ain't handled business. They had the
Shit,
Right.
chance
how
to get
often do
out.
they handle business?
Exactly. They got to that point. They had the chance to actually follow through. They lost game 6. Then they was like, okay, we got an opportunity in game 7. Win or go home. Do or die. James, Joel, let's get it done. And what do? They lay an egg. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Tatum had like 50 in that game.
mm, I said we're gonna have to check the stats on that one, but you might be right about that one.
Hey,
I
Tatum
mean,
showed he showed up.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Brown,
give
to a certain extent, he showed up. Them boys in that green and white with that leaf on their logo, they showed up. Philly, Embiid,
Pissed.
MIA, missing in action.
Pissed down that leg, G.
that's all. Are we shocked?
Nah,
'Cause I'm really not shocked. I mean, Embiid does what he. I mean, first off, you have a Hall of Fame generational choker on your team in James Harden, so let's just start that off. Like, he is a Hall of Fame generational choke job in the playoffs. So him coming in as your Robin wasn't no help. You really needed the Tyrese Maxey of this year if y'all wanted to be serious. Like, and let me guess, another James Harden excuse. It was and B taking all the shots. Like shut up. And B. Hey, let's
some
be
hate in
honest,
your
bro.
heart.
And B had, what, bro, let's get back on topic because I'll go in. I will go in on him. He pissing, bro. James Harden. He brought me a bunch of highs and a bunch of lows with the Rockets, and I'm still. I mean, we're in brighter days, of course, and stuff like that. So ain't too much to reminisce on the past. But hey, James Harden, bro, you don't get no pass for what you done did to us, bro. You get none. But rolling over to the next subject, man. Iowa versus LSU. That's kind of been the most incentivized rivalry in all of women's sport. Sure, that made me tune into women's sport. And no disrespect to
Mm-hmm.
women, but women basketball, but it's not the most appealing thing for me to come turn on my TV and to lock in and like I didn't even watch NBA that day. I was strict. I want to see Caitlin Clark. I want to
Yeah.
see Caitlin Clark versus LSU. And you know, ultimately I will beat LSU 94 to 87. Caitlin Clark finished with, a per usual 41 point outing with 12 assists, 7 rebounds on 9 of 20 shooting from 3. Caitlin Clark finished with 17 points, 20 rebounds on 7 of 21 shooting and fouled out of the game.
You said
Uh,
Caitlin Clark and Reese.
Nah, that's Andrew Reese.
I said Caitlin Clark twice, right?
You did.
Yeah,
You
Oh,
good. You good. You good.
my
Andrew
bad.
Reese.
Angel Reese finished with 17 points, 20 rebounds on 7 of 21 shooting with 5 fouls and fouled out. So,
Damn, 7 for 21.
yeah, with me and my takeaway with that game was, man, Caitlin Clark's a problem, bro. Caitlin Clark is a problem.
Facts.
And I have to say, she might be the best woman that I've ever watched play basketball. And to be fair, I was born in '01, so I didn't really have that chance to watch too many, people come through college and their reigns and stuff like that. So no disrespect to anybody who might be, you know, the stuff that the people did in the past that, a lot of people that are older than me who kept up with the game, have knowledge on. But me and my 23 years of living, Caitlin Clark is the best woman college basketball player I ever seen play basketball. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, her game is just dynamic. Like it's kind of Curry like in a way, and it's really like,
Mm-hmm.
dang, like she's lit. Like if you were seeing the stuff that she was doing last night, bro,
Screening roles.
bro,
Yeah.
Whole
she's
lot of
hitting
screening
people with
roles.
top, bro. She's hitting people with open gym move, open gym
Mm-hmm.
move, bro.
Facts. And
Like
her ability to pull from the what was that, like a little past the logo is actually crazy.
And she getting to her spot tue. You ain't stopping her from getting to that
Like she
wing.
pulled that mug confident, bro. She 2, 3 dribbles, cash. I'm just
she
like,
get,
ooh.
oh yeah, she getting her Duffy. That's for sure. Hey,
Uh,
she has a bag. Like LeBron
mm-hmm.
James. LeBron James said he don't like people with these one on one and these bags. Hey, Caitlin Clark, she has a bag. She averages
Crazy.
31.2 points per game. Like that one day. She I hope I mean I know she's gonna be going to the WNBA next, but I would not be mad if she stayed for another year in college because boy,
Facts.
she is
Mm-hmm.
a problem. 32
Facts.
points a game, 7.3 rebounds a game, 9 assists a game. She was first in in women's college basketball in points and assists. Like
Hey,
that's amazing in itself, bro.
Facts.
Shooting 38% from three. Like that's insane. And
Boy,
mind you, she's the main ball handler too. She's not coming off a screen. Like she's running the show. Like playing 40 minutes a night majority of these nights. Like she's
mm-hmm.
really the truth, bro. And honestly, like I don't want to be that guy, bro, but I think she can low key play in the NBA. And I don't know like bias stuff, but like I think coming off the bench, like getting you a buck, I think she can do that, bro. And it just not me just talking on my head because she's the best women college basketball player in college right now. But I think she's really that talented, bro. Like her shooting ability is next to none, bro. It's a lot of guys in the league that don't have half the talent she has, bro.
especially
So
shooting wise, you don't see shooting like that. You
and
don't see you don't
playmaking
see
too.
yeah.
Like she has vision, bro. She
That
Mm-hmm.
has
1-2 punch
vision,
is
bro.
crazy.
She do. She
Nine
do.
assists per game is crazy.
Yeah.
And like Andrew Reese, she had a great season and stuff like that. And Caitlin Clark, to her credit, she class personified. She didn't do what a lot of us would have did, but trust me, if that was me, and I remember what she did to me last year. Trust and believe, boy. I would have let. Hey, I would have let her have it, bro. Because she was Angel Reese was out there doing the fool when they beat them that time. You can't see me. You can't see me. You can't see me. And all this hoopla, ring me and all that stuff. And hey, look who going home. Look who's sad and look who you know. Unfortunate. I'm sad about the she's saying about the death threats and the negativity that comes with the publicity and stuff that she received from win the championship and her actions and the way she moves and stuff like that. And then no disrespect to her about being a overly confident woman and projecting herself out there, for the love and the scrutiny. But I was happy that Caitlin Clark won that game. Like I think the more talented player won. I think America should be grateful that we can see Caitlin Clark on display again for another game against UConn on Friday, and they play Paige Buckner too, and that's gonna be a
Ooh.
good game.
Mm.
I know who I got winning, but
And me too.
who you got?
But I ain't gonna lie. I got UConn. And it ain't nothing against Caitlin Clark, but well, first off, I want to say shout out to all the female hoopers that put on a show, and not just Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, Flaw J. Johnson, Juju Watkins out of USC, Paige Beckers. Them girls was putting on a show. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Caitlin Clark is definitely capable of putting on that cape for sure for Iowa. So she could take over the game at any given moment. But
Just like she did at LSU.
yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't just bet against Gino. for the coach for UConn because he been in this position God knows how many times. Paige Beckers, she been dominant. She just needed to be on the floor. She been hurt a lot, but that squad is legit. She could the girls team could bang with Iowa because I feel like obviously we go to look at Iowa because they have the star player for sure, the best women's player in the game right now, the most marketable, all that type of stuff. But as far as team basketball, I don't think Iowa should have gotten past LSU. And I'm gonna say something that's kind of crazy, but just hear me out on this.
Mm-hmm.
As crazy of a game as Caitlin Clark had, Angel Reese was having a monster game. Think about this. She was damn near perfect from the field prior to her ankle injury. 20 boards, 23 points. She was locking stuff up on
20
that
who?
defense. 20 boards. Look
Oh,
look look at the stats, man. 20 boards, 23 points. She went and was
17 points.
okay, 17 points, but basically she was having a monster game inside. Nobody could stop her once she got on that low block. They was feeding the post like crazy. Her and that I forget the other girl's name, but the other forward, they was going crazy
Morrow.
inside that thing. Yeah, more they was going
Hmm.
crazy.
They were too
Injuries was
small
also
compared to them.
too small. Plus, look at
Way
that
too small.
defensive side. How many blocks, how many shots did injuries impact? How many times did Iowa neglect to even try to go inside that paint when she was in there? How many opportunities did LSU and Angel Reese shut down prior to Caitlin Clark going crazy? Because it was a close game. Like up until that third quarter when Caitlin went berserk, it was
Hmm.
neck and neck. And even with it being neck and neck, LSU was in control of that game because they had, I felt like, the better squad. But Caitlin had to
Right
put on
there.
that. They had to put on that cape. She had to go ahead and show her everybody why she's Superwoman, why she is the best female basketball player in the country. Let everybody know who she is, and she had to step on their necks. But also, here's another thing, bro. As a coach, when you see somebody on the other team going berserk, y'all play basketball at a higher level than me for sure, and y'all was pretty damn good at it. So I want to ask y'all, if you going up against somebody that's going absolutely bonkers, what do you do? Do you just let the person that's guarding them just continue to get cooked? Do you just leave them in single situations where they just got to pick them up at in the half court set? Do you just let them go under or over the screens and just let them get that free shot off? As talented as Caitlin is, do you not blitz her? Do you not send a double, get the ball out of her hands with ease? Do you not press? Do you not do anything on defense other than leaving the person who's giving up those large amount of points to Caitlin Clark, keeping her as her main guarding person? Like, what do you do? Like, you got to get her, you got to get the ball out of her hands. She's too
Right.
impactful. I'm betting on everybody else in an Iowa jersey to beat me. And if they beat me, so be it. But I'm not going to lose giving up 40 plus, a damn near 40-point triple double to Caitlin.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Me
Yeah.
personally, I would trust me. If I was that coach, I would not let Haley Van I don't know how
Van
to
Van
say
Lift.
Lift.
it.
Van Lift.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would have not let her stay on Caitlin Clark, bro. She was getting fried the whole game.
Nah, for
Mind
real.
you, like I mean, Fly J, she's a great offensive player, so you have to. I mean, she get a defense too, but I wouldn't put her out there on that island with Caitlin Clark and have to contribute on the offensive end to keep up with the onslaught that Caitlin Clark was going to. You can't contain great players, and that's men, women. Like if you're a great player, you're gonna get off. It's just how much you can contain. Like 25 points for Caitlin Clark is a bad night. For other people, that might be a career night. 25 points for Luka Doncic is an awful night. 25 points for Josh Green or PJ Washington is an amazing night. So like it's levels to it. But if you can contain those superstars, you might have a chance at winning those games. And I don't think uh Kim Mulkey did her job with which is making in-game adjustments. As in, if you have somebody on that team that's a better defender than HVL, I'm just say that because that's easier for me to say. But if you have a better defender on that team than HBL, you throw him out. You got to throw it. Like, mind you, it's all or nothing. This is March Madness. Win or go home. You got to push all your chips to the middle of the table and pray something works out. But you continuously letting this girl hit you with these. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. She was hitting the girl with open gym moves. She was hitting the girl with these new age and stage skills and drills moves, bro. I'm telling you, like bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like the combination that she was hitting on the girl behind the back in traffic, hitting with the leg, catching in transition threes. Like Kevin Clark's amazing, bro. And like honestly, I can say she changed the whole landscape of women's basketball because now
Mm-hmm.
has the most media coverage that it's probably ever had. Like
For
literally, like
sure.
ESPN, that was the only game that was on. Them
Yeah.
women, them four women game. I mean, them two women game with those four amazing players. Let me say three amazing players. Like, hey, that's all we can see. I couldn't see no other game. So
It's not like we wanted to either.
yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. The NBA didn't do their job displaying a good schedule around that time. I think the Nets versus the Pacers were playing. Like, trust me, I'm watching women basketball every day before I'm watching that game, brother.
For sure.
That ain't it.
Nah, facts.
Nah, but rolling over to the next topic, man. Let's get back into the association. You know, we got about a week until the regular season is over, man. My question is to y'all: who is y'all MVP front runner now with around 8 to 10 games to go?
Um, I'm gonna say
I'll let you
Jokic.
take it.
I'll say Jokic. Jokic is most definitely MVP. This year he's been absolutely great. Um, you know what I'm saying? Shea has, Luca has, Giannis. You know, all of those guys have been playing great, but they haven't done with what Jokic has been doing. Well, they have. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they've been. You know, they've helped the team win games. You know what I'm saying? They've done everything that they could. You know what I'm saying? This whole regular season. But Jokic is just he's just a standout. He's a standout center. He's a standout big, bro. And it's just his ability to like change the course of the game is just crazy. Like when Jokic is in the game, you gonna know when he's in the game. You know what I'm saying? Same with the other guys. But it's just like I don't even know how to say it, bro. It's just Jokic has just been a problem like this year. Same with Shea. I got Shea over Luca. You know what I'm saying? In
What?
the MVP race.
Huh?
Yes.
The who?
Yes. Yes, I do.
You off that stuff again, boy?
Shay, Shay has been killing, bro.
Boy,
I
are you
can't lie. Shay, y'all
are
crazy.
you
Shay,
crazy
so
I'm not entertaining that BS, man.
at all? What in
I'm
the
not
so
world did
entertaining
he
Shay,
that.
so
just
Shay
say?
hasn't been. So Shay hasn't been. Okay, Shay at third then.
Dude, Shay at third what?
Third for the MVP race,
No.
bro. You can't even lie, bro. Every time I do some Thunder talk, niggas want to talk down, bro.
Bro, you
Shay has
just
been
said
playing
Shay. You
great.
said Shay over Luca.
Yeah, that's crazy,
I
bro.
did.
That's
I
crazy.
did.
Do you know his
What,
averages?
bro?
I
We
do.
are,
I do. I do. Do
bro.
you
30.
know Shay
He
averages?
averages 30. He averages 34 a night, 9 rebounds, 10 assists on
You can't over.
49% shooting.
You can't
Bro.
overlook that. And then he got a career high from threes while making the most threes in the league. Like, come on,
I
He's
man.
a
mean, that's true. That's true.
he's
But
attempting 10 threes a game, bro.
right,
Like
And
it's no
then
right.
disrespect. Mind you, it's no disrespect to SGA. SGA is a good player. He's third in the league in scoring. Whoop de doop. But it's levels to this, bro. Like
I know, and Luca is
Shay
showing
ain't
it. I
no
know.
bro. Shay is nowhere near his level. It's not even close.
No,
And
I'm
like
not saying I'm not saying he's nowhere near his level. I'm not saying he's not better than Luca. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that
Luka
he's had an
Doncic
amazing
to
year.
me, he's
He's
above
having
him in the MVP race. And low
right.
key, if Luka can finish top 4 in the West, he can low key
He can get it.
sneak that MVP. And
I'm
Yeah,
like
telling you, bro.
I wouldn't give it
yeah.
to him. I would still give it to Jokic, obviously, because Jokic is the best player in the league.
Right.
the best team in the league, despite record. Obviously, Boston has the best record, but he's the best player on the best team in the league. Controls every aspect of the game, and when he's the most impact, bro.
He's the
Jokic is the
most
best player in
impactful
the league,
player.
point blank
Yes.
period. But
Right.
Luka, he's making a hard argument for second best, and it's hard for me not to put him
I mean,
as
that
the
is true. Yeah, because what he
yes
did to Houston was
for
Yeesh.
Luka.
yes.
I mean,
What he
that's
did to
what's
Houston was
expected of
crazy.
great players. Great players are gonna do great things against
Yeah.
no matter what the opponent is. Like Luka done put up 70 points this season. Like, what are we talking about? Like 30 points per night is a bad night for Luka. Like Luka has to go 35 plus for that to be considered a great night for him. Like that's
Right.
how high his bar is. So like
That is true.
Luka cooking us for 47 that night, it was expected. Like shoot, I had a good time watching him cook us. But like, hey, like at the end of the day, I'm able to witness greatness. Like despite my team losing and stuff like that, like we was on a little surge before that, but what it is. Luke, hey, great players gonna do that to good team. And
Right.
Luka Doncic is. I want to be controversial, and I want to say Luka. Luka is a close number two, but my number one I got Jokic,
Right.
and number three is number three I got Giannis,
I ain't gonna lie.
I can
I
see. I
got
can see why you put them because they're more impactful. I can see that.
and then Shea
I
four
can.
for
I can
me.
see that. Yeah, I can see that.
to me, I think it just depends on how this last week of basketball goes for all these guys, like how these last few games go. But as of right now, as great and as efficient as Jokic is playing, I can't ignore what Luka's doing. I mean, he took that team from contention for a play-in spot to now getting ready to potentially host for a first round playoff game. He's the best player on his team, which is kind of expected for the MVP race. But he is one of the few players that is the legitimate engine of that team. He makes that team go. Everything is at his pace. Granted, Dallas has a lot of flaws, but Luca covers those flaws. All them defensive problems that they have, he's not a great defender. But what beats great defense is great offense, and you cannot slow down what the type of offensive production that Luca has. This man is out, like you said, him dropping 30, 10, and 10 is a bad game for him because he's lowering his averages. And I don't think you understand how crazy that is. 30 points a game, I think was what the scoring leader last year around that area. Joel
Pro-
Embiid, like what?
Probably not because people probably going crazy last year as well. But we'll check the stats, so we're gonna check those stats.
For
Let's see.
sure.
Joel Embiid averaged 31.1 last year. Then Luca 32.4, Dane 32.2, Shea 31.1.
Mm.
Okay. Well,
So
that's
and then
even
Giannis 31.1, and then Tatum 30.1. So about six players averaged 30 over 30 last year.
okay. Well, even then, the highest total, what you say it was,
33.1.
and he's doing even better for that at career high efficiency from deep. He's doing that at a high level from a field goal percentage perspective. He's better at the free throw line. He's improving in a lot of aspects. He's got this Mavericks team on a legitimate win streak to where they're one of the hottest teams, although it ended not too long ago. But they're one of the hottest teams in the NBA.
Right.
Luca magic is real. And Jokic,
Right.
I understand that he is the best player in the NBA. So I gotta give him his credit and his flowers.
Right.
But as far as this season goes, if there's a case for Luca to get an MVP at any point in his career up to this point, as crazy
Right.
and as high of a bar he set for himself, as high as that standard is, it's got to be now. Because
Right.
I can't expect Luca to do too much better than this.
Right. I mean, the same things you're saying about Luca, I can say the same thing about Shea. Like but like y'all don't see that. Y'all don't see what Shea is making the Thunder look even better than what they are. Am I not? Am I lying?
No,
No,
you're
no, you
not.
got it.
I'm gonna
You
say
Not
got
at
it.
Shea,
all.
bro. Shea. I'm not being delusional either. It's just like, yeah, I respect what both of y'all have said. Like what Charles just said, that was great. That's true. Like Luka's been playing over the top. Like he's been playing over the top. Same with Jokic. Same with everybody that's on the MVP race, bro. But like Shea is playing so well that he making his teammates even like do the same thing, bro. Like he's literally he like Luka. He's the engine for the Thunder, bro. Like without Shea, bro, we ain't been doing much. You know what I'm saying? We ain't been doing much. Like, you
All
know what I
right,
mean?
let's pipe down now. I got Jalen Williams and
Yeah, yeah,
Jalen
yeah, yeah,
Williams.
yeah. Without Shea and Jalen Williams though, we don't do much. That's the thing. Those two right there are like,
J Dub's a bucket. I'm not gonna lie.
oh
That
He is
hell
a
young
yeah,
problem.
he's a
he
dog. That
can
man is
hey,
ice.
that's a great him at your two. Oh my god. Like
Like
J
And
Dub get it. Hey
and Chet,
Check
Chet,
got put
Chet,
Check
Chet,
got
Chet,
play the he
Chet's
got to play the
solid.
four. He got to play
Yeah,
the four
Chet's solid.
until he gets that muscle mass of the bang with those fives. He got to play the four. They got to go find somebody else to relieve some of that stress off of him because he's gonna get his lunch money at every day of the week and then twice on Sundays. It's like he can't bang with those bigger guys. And I've said it previously, but to restate it, they need some type of size in there, man. Like Shea,
I can agree.
Shea's a good player. Jalen Williams, he's a good player. Like they have a great constructed team around, and they're young.
Lou
So
Dort is a
absolutely.
great
I don't
player
want to
too.
like
He
take away from Shea or make it seem like I'm some Shea hater or something because Shea is a good player. Don't get me wrong, but I
Shea is a
think it's
bucket, bro.
levels to this.
Hmm.
And like
It
obviously,
is.
Amar, you know that Luke is better than Shea. Like you know
Yeah.
that, but like
Uh,
in MVP race too, it's unfortunate that Shea missed the last couple games. Obviously, it's not intentional. Injuries happen, but
right.
if you miss them, it's gonna nip you in the butt. And right now they're third, and now they're getting blown by Boston without Shea or J Dub. So it's like now your team kind of declining without your play. Obviously Shea's eligible for all postseason awards, all
Right.
NBAs, MVP. He eligible for all that. We know he making first team All NBA. We know
Right.
that, but
Oh, 90 to 113. Fuck.
yeah, trust me, it's getting ugly over there. Yeah,
Josh Giddy and Kristaps Porzingis got the most points right now. Josh was 17. Kristaps Porzingis was 27.
trust me, it
Yeah.
wasn't a good day to bet. My pockets hurting, but trust me, they're gonna be quick. They're gonna be quick work for whoever get them. Like I
Bro,
promise you,
damn.
we
Jalen
gonna
and
see
Shea.
Charles. Mark my words. When we get MVP Luca against the Thunder, don't let that be a 3-6 matchup, nigga.
Ooh,
Oh my god, Luca
man.
gonna kill them boys, boy. I tell you, bro. And that team
And
well constructed now. They got interior. Nigga Lively's able to come off the bench and be a spark plug, get them blocks, be an energizer bunny. You got Kyrie playing the Robin role to perfection. We don't know who more scary, Luke or Kyrie. And it's like that's not even a wild statement. Obviously, we know Luke is the better player, but as far as scary, like that's a what? That's a terrifying duo because they can both go for 50 on your top. They can both make any. They're both great 3-level scorers. They both can get teammates involved, and then you have a great supporting cast. Derrick Jones Jr. Great. I mean, he ain't a great 3-point shooter, but he does what they need him to do: space the floor, slash when need to, grab rebounds, active on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Green does the
Derek
same.
Lively.
Derek Lively, PJ Washington. I mean, you got guys. Hey, the Mavericks. The
And,
Mavericks can be a little sleeper team in there. Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I
And
wouldn't be
think
mad if
about
Luka won that MVP for sure. But me, if I had a
Right.
vote, I'm voting Jokic. But
Right.
only based off of if we doing team success, team impact, and best player in the league, we got to give it to Jokic.
Right.
yeah. Think about it like
I
this
agree.
too though. That going back to how like what if the Thunder played the Mavericks in the first round? What's that narrative that we get on with Embiid? He doesn't show up at times. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't close the door. And even when he has opportunity to, he doesn't go out swinging. Luca gonna give you his all. We done seen it since the bubble. How many battles did he take the Clippers, the two best wing defenders at that time period, Kawhi and PG? and make them look like short work. How many times have we? I mean, he took his team to a Western Conference Finals not too long ago. And even though he got knocked off in 5 games against the eventual champion in the Warriors, he was giving them hell by himself. I mean, now you got a team that's well constructed around him that suits his needs. He has a Robin. Not to say that he didn't have one when he had Brunson, but we ain't know that at the time.
Sure, man. Let me read you some of these stats too. While you on the topic of this discussion, Luka in Game 2 in that Warriors series had 42 points, 8
Damn.
assists, 5 rebounds. Game 3, 40 points, 3 assists, 11 rebounds. Game
Damn.
4, 30 points, 9 assists, 14 rebounds. That Phoenix series, he was a monster. Game 1,
Damn.
45, 8 and 12. Game 2, 35, 7 and 5. Game 3, 26, 9 and 13. Game 4, 26, 11 and 7. Game 5, 28, 2 and 11. Game 6, 33, 8 and 11. And game 7, 35, 4 and 10. And mind
Oh
you, they
my.
were blowing them out so bad. We remember what Luka did to them boys. He made short work of them and made a couple highlights to go.
Oh my
And
God,
only had to play 30 minutes. So
that
mine,
game 7,
game
that
7 blew them out at halftime.
that
Jesus.
man that man outscored the starting five of the Suns basically by himself in the
And
first half.
trust me, it gets worse from here.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to let the Luca narrative off the hook. We got to get a little deep in depth with it. Game 1, 2021 NBA playoffs against the LA Clippers, 31 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. Game 2, 39 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Game 3, 44 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Game 6, 42 points, 14 rebounds, 8. Now this game 5, 42 points, 14 assists, 8 rebounds. See, it's getting too hot in here. Had to cool me off for a second.
Mm-mm. Boy.
Game 7, 46 points, 14 assists, 7 rebounds. Like Luca's bro. Luca's a
He
monster, and he performs at the best. At when you need him at his best, he's at his best, bro.
boy.
Luca is going to be one guy if he doesn't finish top 4 in his conference and he wins the MVP. I promise you, nobody in this league will have any issues with it, unless if you're an OKC stan and say, "Oh, like Shea deserves the MVP because he's on this team and they're youthful and they're this and they're that."
and it's been done before. I mean, we seen Westbrook
I
at the sixth
I
seed get an MVP. We seen Jokic 2 years ago get MVP at the sixth seed, and
mm-hmm.
it's possible. You can't just count Luca out just because he's not at the number 1 or 2 spot in his conference. He could definitely get that. He could definitely
Right.
snatch that award from anybody.
I think media coverage is big too. I think you can't win that award without a little media coverage. So like he kind of needs to blow up this last couple of games and like make the media really throw him in that discussion. Because right now he's second for sure, but he needs to win games and he needs to do it in impressive fashion so he can make that case for like, okay, like maybe I can't finish as the top three seeds, 4 seeds, but hey, the run that I put on at the end of this season was so legendary to the point where it's like, damn, like we low key gotta give it to him off of like momentum. Like he looks low key like the best player in the league, even though we know it's Jokic. But like at the moment,
Absolutely.
he's playing hot and he's playing for something. Like Jokic, he could chill for the last couple of games of the season because I mean he really can because the 1 seed kind of nip and tuck. OKC kind of falling off. They was a half game behind. They was in the 3rd place. Now they probably dropped one and
Man, let
a
me
half
go look
game.
and see where we at, man.
They'll have a little cushion.
Man,
But
I
hey,
don't
man,
either.
Charles, it'd be good to have you on, man. We for sure gonna
Indeed, it
have you
would,
back.
brother.
But they said we might have a special announcement coming soon. We can't spoil it too soon or whatever. Stay tuned. Our faithful supporters. Hey, first off, thank you. YouTube. We hit first time we hit 1,000 views on YouTube as a short, man. That's a big accomplishment. I appreciate me and
One
Amari.
point,
We appreciate all the hey, we
1.1K,
appreciate
man.
all our supporters. We appreciate y'all, bro.
Thank y'all.
For sure.
We
And
really
we're signing
appreciate
off,
that.
man. I'm your host, T Cal. My co-host don't need no announcement. Special guest Charles. We out. Y'all see what's in tune for next episode. Might be a little changes. You
Yes,
never
sir.
know.
Yeah,
We
boys, make
out.
sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow, do it
Follow
all,
all
man.
platforms, man. We coming
Do
hot,
it
bro.
all.
The new up and coming podcast. We trying to take over. And trust me, we
So,
hungry. We coming for what's ours, bro.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
if
If you want to,
y'all boys need the facts, go ahead and check the stacks.
hey, episode.
Hey.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
that's great.
Hey,
Hey,
Hey, if y'all need the facts, come to check the stats. We're gonna get you right, man. Until next
all
time.
right. Till next time.